Handmaid's Tale is a show filled with a lot of disturbing scenes that we often need to pause, just to go through an entire episode. But did you guys know the show intended to be even more disturbing? Thanks to some deleted scenes in the show, we're seeing a gentler side of The Handmaid's Tale. With no further ado, here are all deleted scenes of The Handmaid's Tale that would have changed the course of the show. Luke asking Fred for help. The most hated character in The Handmaid's Tale is certainly Commander Fred Waterford. Thankfully, Fred lost his life in the latest season of The Handmaid's Tale, but according to the showrunner, he'll be back for season 5 only through flashbacks. Luke Bancole was one of the people who really hated Fred. He despised Fred for keeping his wife June Osborne captive as a handmaid. Over the course of the show, we've seen Fred and Luke meet a couple of times. However, in an interview with Metro.co.uk, Fag Bentley revealed that Season 4 had a deleted scene in which we were supposed to see Luke asking Fred for help. Now prepare for this! Luke and Fred actually pray together in this deleted scene from Season 4. Can you imagine? In Season 4, June is tortured by Gilead's people, and they try to make her give up the location of other escaped handmaids. Meanwhile, Luke is in Canada searching for ways to help June. Guess who else is in Canada? Yes, Fred and his wife Serena Joy Waterford. With Luke, Fred, and Serena in Canada, Moss, who also serves as the producer of the show, thought it would be best to make Luke ask Fred for some help. The first scene I was directed by Lizzie was a scene with me and Joe where I go to him and I ask him to try and intervene and find a way to save June, Fag Bentley said. The scene featured him and Fred in a cell together, with Fred asking Luke to sit down and pray with him. Yes, you heard that right. They were supposed to pray for June's safety, but then Luke broke away and told Fred to F off. Wonder why this scene was excluded? Well, according to Fag Bentley, it was a matter of time, meaning they didn't have enough screen time to include this scene. Fans' opinions are divided on this scene, as some believe it would have been awesome to see Fred and Luke praying for June's safety, but others think this doesn't seem like something Luke would do, so they're actually glad the creators deleted the scene. What do you guys think? Additionally, if this scene was included in the show, we might have had a different outcome in the Season 4 finale. Who knows? Maybe Fred would have been alive after all. The Wilderness. When Season 4, Episode 10 of The Handmaid's Tale, The Wilderness was released on Hulu, fans were all searching for a very anticipated scene. It's now clear that the scene with June, Rita, Luke, Moira, and Emily was deleted. Interestingly enough, the script for the Season 4 finale of The Handmaid's Tale is available online, and if you read it, you'll discover that there's a scene with women dressed as handmaids who are protesters that help Commander Fred Waterford and Serena Joy Waterford. The protesters parade to the house of Luke and Moira, while Emily and June sit outside of the house and talk. Then they hear the protesters dressed as handmaids coming close to the house. When they come to the house, they tell June to join the Waterfords as their handmaid. June then takes a speech from the protester. In Gilead, they would cut out your tongue for that. Stay the F away from my family, she says. This scene was mentioned several times by the actors of The Handmaid's Tale. It was once mentioned during an interview with Elle, where Fiennes said that there were a couple of moments that were cut from Season 4. In his own words, there's a crazy mob that is all for the Waterfords, as you might get in any society, a margin of people who are disenfranchised with whatever their government is doing and who'll believe the lie of some new conspiracy. He then said that there was a scene where there were women dressing up as handmaids to go to Offred's home and undermine her in favor of the Waterfords. Do you guys wish this was the scene The Handmaid's Tale Season 4 should have ended with? Do you actually believe this scene would have changed the future course of the show? Let us know. Oh, before we continue, make sure you smack that like button if you haven't done it already.
A good mother would be able to let go.
Deleted scenes from Season 3. Out of all the seasons of the show, Season 3 has the most deleted scenes so far. In fact, it appears as there are hundreds of scenes that were cut from this season, all being deleted for various reasons. And the person we should all send thank you cards for finding all of these scenes is the user UGeorgiaOmaha on Reddit. It was actually promised that Season 3 Episode 9 will feature a lot of flashbacks, but fans didn't get the chance to see these flashbacks on their small screens. For instance, there was June's hospital episode in which there were 0 flashbacks. There's an explanation for why this episode excluded flashbacks, as, according to Elisabeth Moss, the creators of the show wanted the entire episode to take place in one room. Then there's a synopsis for episode 10, in which there are some scenes from Canada. The initial synopsis reads the following: ready to strike back at her oppressors, June starts making arrangements for an ambitious plan, but a devious ploy on the part of Commander Waterford threatens to derail her. In Canada, hope turns to tragedy for Moira, Luke, and Emily. The part with tragedy for Moira, Luke, and Emily is nowhere to be found in Season 3. Then there are the promo photos that featured Luke with a passport. Burton LeBlanc, the makeup artist for The Handmaid's Tale, uploaded these now-deleted photos that are not included in the show. Here are the photos, and you can clearly see that there's not a single scene that includes them. Maybe they were all from flashbacks? Who knows? Maybe the scene they're taken from was supposed to feature some dramatic event. Sadly, we'll never find out.
Like a drink, George.
I'll help myself, Joseph. Thank you.
We sincerely apologize.
Refusing to do a scene. As we said at the beginning of the video, The Handmaid's Tale is known to be very traumatizing. To be honest, we're kind of used to the violence presented in the show, but Season 1 was truly surprising for all of us. Now, even though there are plenty of disturbing scenes that make you pause the show, there's a limit. The limit was placed by actor Joseph Fiennes, who plays Commander Fred Waterford in the series. In an interview with The Guardian, the actor revealed that there was a scene in the second season that he simply couldn't do. The process of convincing the creators not to include the scene was hard, really hard, but he eventually succeeded. In this excluded scene, Fred was supposed to abuse his wife on their journey to DC. I felt that Yvonne had made such a beautiful, delicate trajectory of her character, it didn't need a brutal abuse to recoil back and find her hatred, he said. Adding that, it just felt like an idea to push misogyny, and according to him, it was all already there. It didn't need to be so brutally illustrated. Fiennes had to send long emails and practically beg the creators to delete the scene. Now that Fred is gone, the anticipation for Season 5 is even bigger. Fans can't wait to see what will happen to June, and of course what kind of consequences will follow now that she killed the biggest villain in The Handmaid's Tale.
What's going on? Get in the car.
We are arresting you for war crimes and crimes of aggression.
The Handmaid's Tale was given a Season 5 renewal from Hulu even before Series 4 was released, and Season 5 will certainly debut this year, although the precise release date is yet to be announced. Share your hopes and theories for Season 5 of The Handmaid's Tale, and let us know your opinions on the deleted scenes in the comment section below. Make sure you subscribe to our channel so you'll never miss any of our videos in the future. As always, thanks for watching.